What's happening, people? Just gone 4 minutes past 9 here on Trickstar Radio. A massive shouts out to each and every one of you locked in right about now. It is, of course, Breakfast with Kovu, and we are jumping into the interview hour. Probably my favourite part of the entire show because we get to speak to so many different people from so many different musical backgrounds and sort of interests. And today we're talking to someone who I've got a lot of time for. One of my favourite presenters right about now. Someone who brings a lot of energy to everything they do and someone who is absolutely killing it. And we're on the line with Coco Mykel. How are you doing?
Hey, how are you, Kovu? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's great to get you on the show. Obviously, this is one we've had locked in for a hot minute, and we had to move it back, I think, once or twice. Yeah. But we are now able to get you on the phone, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, as I was saying, with this show, we get a lot of different guests from a lot of different backgrounds and sort of musical areas, I suppose. So, for those who aren't aware, do you want to kind of let us know exactly who you are and kind of what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Coco Mykel. I never know how to answer this question because there's so many things. My name is Coco Mykel. I'm also a radio presenter like yourself on Flex FM. I've been doing that for a little while now, which I'm loving. I have a show called The C-Mix Show. It's every Wednesday, and I just play. It's really great. They give me a lot of freedom. I literally just play all the music that I love, and yeah, they just let me do whatever. So big shout out to Flex for that. Apart from radio, I'm an artist manager as well. So I manage a few artists under a new company that I set up called 1994 Collective, which every time I tell people the name, I realise that it just makes me, it tells people how old I am, which is great. So I recently set that up. I have been managing for a while, for a few years now, but I recently kind of just set up like a company and a collective, and I'm planning on kind of building a team and making it very cool. It's one of those things I've kind of set it up, not really knowing exactly where it's going to go, but yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to just kind of run away with me and become something great. So at the minute it is just primarily a lot of artist services and artist management. So yeah, go check that out. What else is there? Oh my God. Oh yeah, I do a lot of writing. So I'm currently writing for a few platforms, Link Up TV, Grime Originals, and also a platform called Creative Gen UK. I love writing. It's been something that I've always loved, but more like a hobby. And then I thought, no, do you know what? Let me just try my hand at that on a professional thing. And yeah, I've been really loving it. So they're like my main things right now.
Amazing. You must be so busy kind of balancing those things, because I know artist management especially takes up so much time. You're constantly dealing with sort of emails and constantly getting things sorted, obviously, and then obviously the writing side of things, creativity takes a little while to get bubbling sometimes, obviously on the written side of things, and then obviously the presenting side of things always takes up more time than people realise. It always takes time to get track lists together and sort of cleans and all those things there. So like how do you manage your time? Because there's so much going on.
I don't, Kovu. I don't manage it. Do you know what though? You know, it as a creative, I try so hard to have a structure, and I think I found a lot of comfort and a lot of kind of necessity in having a routine. And I've never been someone in life who's really, I've always said I don't like routine. I like to just be off the cuff. But I really think when you do things creatively, like, you know how it is. No week is the same. No day is the same. You always have different tasks that you need to do. So it is actually very hard to actually have a routine, because when you're freelancing and you're doing different things, you know, a lot of the time you're working on someone else's schedule. So sometimes you can't even really plan your day. Like, you'll try and plan your day, and then by the end of the day you realise that everything that you wanted to do either didn't get done, or you've done it in a different order, or like you said before we got on here, you know, you was up till 2 a.m. or like, that's just life.
Trust me,
you know
I wish
I mean?
it wasn't the way, but it so is, like the standard day to day. And I think,
yeah,
kind of rolling with that as well. Obviously, there's especially I feel in the artist management side of things, you must constantly be dealing with sort of last minute things that pop up and sort of like feedback and things like that. It's such an interesting sort of combination of three different things, because all of them require different types of creativity, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what that's what I like. Like I don't like to be creatively stifled. I'm a very I've always been creative my whole life. I was always into art at school. I was never kind of, apart from the writing, I guess, but I feel like my writing is still quite creative in that sense, but I was never kind of an academic type of person. I hated maths and I hated school. I literally couldn't wait to leave, and I knew I had to do something that allowed me to express myself, and I think that's more of what it is. All these different things I do, it's different ways for me to express myself. And through music, with my show, I love to talk. I always say to people, like, why did you get into radio? I say, 1, I love music. 2, I like to talk. that was literally the motivation behind it. So they're just always it's like an outlet. I find it almost like a release, and especially during these weird times, music especially, has been such a big saving grace to me, because I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have music. And my show particularly, just being able to play the music that I love for people, connecting with my listeners, people saying that they're loving the show, they're loving the music. I feel like it just connects everyone. Obviously I write about music too, so it's just a way for me to just express all the things that I love, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is really nice.
100%. And it's so, I can hear it in your voice as well. It is something that you genuinely do love. It's something you genuinely do want to put your time into. Yeah. And this is something I find on a personal level. Like, when something's your hobby alongside being your sort of job and your role and the things you're doing anyway, you want to put that extra bit of time in.
You do, and you almost, I know with you, I can see you put in so much work, and I think when you watch your videos and your content, your passion just comes across. And I really feel like that's why, people like me and you kind of just enjoy what we do so much, because we are just genuinely doing things that we love, and we're so blessed for that. And I know that you feel like that too. But I really feel like it adds something to your content, and it allows people to engage with you a lot better, because they can really see, he's loving this. Do you know what I mean?
100%. No, entirely. And I think it's something, that's something we've been really kind of pushing with a lot of the new presenters down here recently, is this idea of when you're talking, talk about things you enjoy, because that's what people engage with, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
100%. So, moving forward, then we're going to jump into a bit of a break in a second. But before that, before we do that, obviously your show's every Wednesday on Flex. Like, what's the sort of process that goes into before every show, I suppose?
It normally consists of me sitting at my laptop for hours. Just listening to loads of music. But do you know what? I'm really grateful for it. When I first started on radio, obviously, I was trying to build my name as a presenter, and I was literally DMing every artist that, not even big artists, because obviously I could get most of that music, but I'm very much one that I want to push a lot of the off the radar artists and the emerging artists. So if I found someone that I liked, I was sliding in everyone's DMs. Can you send me this song? I want to play it on my own. I was like a woman obsessed. I was like, I need to play this music, because I want people to hear it. But now, like I say, I'm so blessed. I get sent so much music. There is not an hour of the day that my email is not pinging with people sending me music. Before my show, it's literally just me sitting down and just listening to all of it, which I do love. Because I especially if I discover something fire. And oh my God, how have I never discovered this person before? And I get excited, and yeah.
100%. No, I can completely relate to having that kind of that level of enthusiasm, I suppose, is a good way of putting it. That level of kind of unlocking someone new. That's what it feels like. It feels like you've unlocked a new level on a game or something like that.
It does, but you know what the annoying thing is? I did it with an artist a while back, and I thought I was the first person to discover him, because he had no followers, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's sick. How does no one know about him? And then literally a couple weeks later, I found out he was in some big, he'd been signed by I don't know, I can't remember, one of the majors, and he had this impressive video campaign rollout and all of this stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah. I didn't discover you, but I was like, at least I caught him early.
Yeah, fully.
I still caught him early. I was like,
Fully.
I've still got the ear. It's all right.
Fully. Right, we'll be back in a couple of seconds, my friends. It's just gone 13 minutes past 9 here. We're live on the line with Coco Mykel. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere. It's Trickstar Radio. It's Breakfast with Kovu. Oh, yes.
This is Breakfast with Kovu, bringing you their morning flavours on Trickstar Radio.
Trickstar Radio.